All right, I got the key. Let's go kill that stupid AI.
What is that key going to actually open up? Welcome back to the Out of Touch podcast. I'm Chris, that's Bill, and today we're watching Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
That's right, Part 1.
Yes.
There's never going to be a Part 2, mostly because they renamed it.
Yes, but the movie still says Part 1 on the Blu-ray.
And on the movie.
Yeah. But Bill, what did you think of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1?
This was long.
It was long.
This was really long.
It clocks in at, I think, 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Something like that. I mean, granted, that's like 5 minutes of credits, but still.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was pretty good. This was kind of weird because, looked it up, this movie came out in 2023, and I think they shot this movie during the pandemic.
They did. There was a lot of delays because of COVID protocols. They had to stop production. There was that audio leak of Tom Cruise yelling at people for breaking protocol and potentially getting the production shut down, and he wasn't having it. He was being a boss.
Yeah, he was being the producer. He's just like, stop being bad.
Get to work.
We're all living on a boat in the middle of, like, I don't know, the Mediterranean or something right now. I feel like the most famous thing from this movie is like that motorcycle jump that they kept like showing over and over again in all the promos.
I do remember seeing that in trailers.
Yeah.
Going to the movies a bunch of times in 2023 to see everything but Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing that motorcycle jump.
Yeah, you know, first time watching it, I thought it was pretty good. Like, kind of surprising, some things that happen in this movie. I don't know how I feel about like them like trying to find like a AI and just like being like the entity.
There's an evil AI in this movie. It's like Skynet or something. It's weird. It's a little sci-fi.
Yeah, and like it's like self-aware and
dun dun dun.
Kind of like interacts with Ethan at one point.
With Simon Pegg's voice.
Yeah. So it's kind of weird, you know, the movie begins on a submarine, which like they're like, this is the most like advanced stealth technology ever. Then the AI hacks it, and then hilarity ensues. As it usually does in these movies.
Sure, let's go with that.
But, yeah, it's kind of funny. It's like, this is the 7th Mission Impossible movie. Ethan Hunt, he's like the legendary spy master at this point.
Basically.
Does he actually exist? Like, kind of at the beginning of the movie with, like, the one guy delivering his message, and he's just like, holy shit, he's real.
When there's, like, that big meeting, and they're talking about the IMF, they're just like, wait, seriously?
Yeah. It's like, that's a thing?
Like, come on, this is ridiculous. How good could this guy possibly be? And then a guy in the back of the room gasses the entire room and pulls a mask off, and it's Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good entrance.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. It's pretty fun that they never stop, like, you know, it's like IMF. What is that? It's like Impossible Mission Force. I'm like, yes.
Well, they can't. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
It's too established.
Yeah.
It's been established for literal decades.
The guys that you call when the CIA and everybody else can't do it. The Impossible Mission Force.
When you need a man to jump off a thing onto another thing while the other thing is moving at 1,000 miles an hour, you get this guy.
Yeah, but, you know, it's pretty good. Got the whole crew back. Vin Rames, Simon Pegg, and Rebecca Ferguson for a little bit.
I mean, she's in like more than half the movie.
Yeah.
She doesn't like die in like the first 20 minutes. She dies at like an hour and a half in.
Yeah. Just like, oh no, I killed Ethan Hunt's love interest.
Sort of love interest.
Yeah, they kind of had like a bond.
There was something there.
They weren't like together, but like, you know, there's something.
Maybe she gave him a little handy.
Oh man.
I don't know. It was weird. The relationship was confusing.
Yeah, a little bit.
They were like embracing and like in a way that's like, okay, that's a bit much for platonic. But we never see them kiss or anything.
No, but I don't know. It's a secret relationship. It's like when all this bullshit is over, then we can be together. But all this bullshit will never be over.
I mean, it'll be over when, you know, Ethan Hunt can't run anymore.
That's true. He's got a motorized wheelchair in the next one. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Oh man, it's a weird dumb observation I had while watching this movie. It's kind of mean, but also kind of funny. At what point did Simon Pegg become older than Tom Cruise?
Yeah. You're not wrong.
I mean, a lot of it is just, hair dye or whatever, but, like, still, you just can't help but feel it.
That's a good point.
How did that happen?
Yeah. He's looking a little tired in this movie.
It's moisturizer, Simon. Moisturizer. Or, whatever digital facelift Tom Cruise gets in his movies.
Maybe. It's Tom Cruise has a higher Thetan level than Simon Pegg.
Or they waste all the makeup budget on him. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's just,
He's got that, like, stem cell mask from Futurama.
I don't know, it's just something I kind of noticed, like, kind of early in the movie. I'm like, oh man, Simon Pegg's getting old. Looks at Tom Cruise. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's why he's in these movies. Tom Cruise has stole his youth.
Oh man, that's the real reason why they keep making them.
I mean, you can kind of see Tom Cruise's age a bit.
Yeah, you can. Like, not as much as when, like, you see him, like, in, like, some, like, promos, like, for, like, Mission Impossible 7, where he's like, thanks for coming to the movies, and it's like, he's not having makeup and stuff, but it's like, whoa, Tom Cruise looks his age. Like,
yeah, I remember that with Top Gun Maverick.
yeah.
It's like, oh my God, he got old.
Yeah. It's just like, what have you done to Tom Cruise, you old man?
Who are you?
Yeah.
Where is he?
But, to be fair, like, he doesn't look bad when he's not all makeup-y and stuff. It's like, maybe he should just be old in his movies now.
He could have some gray streaks, I don't know, but shit, he can still run.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, credit where credit's due. He's the most professional actor in the world. And probably, like, one of the best stunt people in the world at this point. He does the stuff, and...
I mean, he's going to make Mission Impossible 9 just to get in that stunt category instead of spite.
Maybe. It's like, I'm going to do a halo jump from the International Space Station.
Or, I guess he'll do it for a different movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. The next one's called The Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Done. At least for this iteration. Obviously, Mission Impossible has been around for decades. Bring it back at some point. But this version of the franchise needs to be over. If you're going to call it final, you got to freaking stick to that. I'm sick of all this bullshit like the Friday the 13th movies. Is this the final one? No, it's not. Well, this is the final one. No, it's not.
Well, we'll get to it when we see The Final Reckoning. But, Dead Reckoning Part 1, it's like the biggest adventure ever with the highest stakes ever, I guess, because the AI will take over the world.
Or ruin the world or something.
I don't know.
And he's in the AI, it's like hiring people or something. It hired a thief played by Agent Carter.
Haley Atwell.
Yeah, and it hired Deathstroke from Titans to... I don't know, be its right hand or something.
I guess Deathstroke from Titans or Gabriel is all like, I like the Entity. The Entity is cool. He's my friend.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just saying that, just to fuck with everybody. Is he a true believer? I don't know.
Does he just, like, want to, like, screw with Ethan Hunt?
Maybe. I mean, definitely, yeah. That's definitely part of it.
I mean,
He apparently killed somebody Ethan liked in the past.
Yeah.
His first love?
I guess from the first movie?
No.
Or second movie?
No.
Third movie?
No.
I don't even know.
No, not from any movie.
Oh, okay.
This is backstory.
So it's like before all the movies.
Before everything.
Yeah.
This is all new.
All right.
I checked on that.
Okay.
But apparently that government guy that he was talking to a bunch of times in the movie, it was in the first movie.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't remember you.
The first movie was a while ago.
Not
for us, but
yeah.
For most people it was.
It's 20 years ago.
Yeah. Back in 1999 or whatever.
Earlier than that.
Yeah.
It was like
96.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Haley Atwell plays a thief named Grace, and she is pretty fun in this movie. It's kind of weird because I haven't seen too much of her in other things, and I was like, it's weird seeing her play a character not from the 40s. And I'm like, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's like a master thief, but she's also like completely out of her element when all the crazy spy stuff starts happening.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God.
She's just like, I did not sign up for this like bullshit. I was just gonna like steal a key from an old man and get paid crypto. It would be cool.
It's just supposed to be a snatch and grab, drop off, simple, no muss, no fuss.
Yeah.
She has that prolonged scene being handcuffed to Ethan Hunt, which actually kind of reminded me of something from Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh, I don't remember that movie at all.
Well, there's a scene in that where Bond is handcuffed to that movie's Bond girl. I think it was played by Michelle Yeoh.
Okay.
And they have like a moment where they got to ride a motorcycle together and figure that out.
Yeah, I think I like when they're handcuffed and like they get into like the tiny little yellow car, and it's just like, what is this? And like Cruise is like, sorry, they always set these things up weird. Like, I just love the very genuine reaction of like, they're like in that the one part in the car chase, they like kind of make a turn. He sees like all the cars and like the Humvee, and he's just like, oh man, like it's just like, oh man, this shit again.
Why is it always an elaborate car chase?
Yeah. I was like, I like in that car chase too with Palm Clementine, which I don't know if I'm saying her last name correctly, but that's as close as I think it sounds.
I thought there was an F in it, but I could be way off.
Well, I don't know what that character's name is, but she plays a pretty cool like assassin girl that doesn't really talk much in the movie. Mostly talks in like I think French.
Yeah, I think that was French.
Yeah, but I do love the shots of her like just like driving through like cars and stuff in this giant vehicle, and she's just like smiling, and I'm like, oh, that bitch is crazy. Like, but pretty fun.
Yeah, all the posters I remember seeing in this movie showed her in like kind of like the weird outfit she was wearing in that nightclub.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh my god, what kind of character is this?
Yeah, what is up with that? She's like wearing like all like white face paint and kind of like I don't know what it is, like a ringmaster jacket or whatever.
I don't know, club clothes.
I guess.
European club clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The European club scene seems insane from what I've seen of it in John Wick and Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
also, you need to be rich, I guess, to be in that club scene.
Well, I suppose this is rich, decadent club scene.
Yes,
hence the bizarre clothes.
Yeah, yeah. I could get on board with that. Just got to get a couple more money.
A couple?
Yeah.
Oh, you need a lot more than a couple.
Oh
pal.
yeah. You gotta be so cool. The car chases, of course, great. Like little fun yellow. I think it's a Fiat. I don't know.
No idea.
It's one of those European car brands that I'm just like, oh, yeah.
It's a car that only ever shows up in anything as a joke.
Yeah.
Because it's like, look how small and silly it is. Because, I mean, look how small and silly it is.
It is funny that it has like a little like display with like buttons, which you think are like, are these like gadgets? And it's just like windshield wipers. And he's just like, oh, man.
Well, they don't have gadget vehicles.
No, they don't. They do have gadgets, but not on vehicles,
yeah,
I guess.
Like basic gadgets.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. No laser watches.
No. I guess Mission Impossible is kind of more grounded than Bond, but at the same time, like
this movie's
more
about
ridiculous.
an evil AI.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but at the same time, more ridiculous. Like, I mean, there's no like, well, yeah. I mean, I guess Mission Impossible at this point is equivalent to Bond. Evil like organizations, like super weapons.
Yep.
I don't know if Bond's done artificial intelligence, but
I'm gonna say probably not. But then again, I've still yet to see the last one.
Yeah.
But I doubt it involves that.
But yeah.
Not in those movies. Craig movies are way too grounded for that.
I guess so. It's funny too, like this is another one of those like big stunts in the movie that like is provoked by like Benji being like, what the hell, Benji? Like just telling Ethan like, yeah, just go down this path and then you'll be at the train. And then it's just like, Benji, what the hell? Like,
it's an insane thing. You're very good at that. I don't like doing it, Benji.
Yeah. Benji has like the nerve to like say he's stressed out. It's all part of the joke. Like, but
yeah, that whole train sequence gets insane.
Yeah, it really does. Like, it escalates quite a bit. Like,
hell, there was a part where, because I remember when we talked about the last one, you were like, oh, it reminds me of Uncharted. The thing with the train cars falling off the bridge and then climbing the thing up. I'm like, I think I played that level.
Yeah, it's the first level of Uncharted 2, which is pretty crazy. I mean, that jump is insane that he actually does. Jumps off like a cliff and then parachutes like to the train.
I'm gonna have to see what that stunt must have actually looked like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if he actually like, went through the window in a moving train.
No,
but
that's not a real train, Chris.
No, I know. But I do love the whole setup because, we've got Haley Atwell like pretending to be the White Widow. That character shows up again, who I guess is just like a, arms dealer or
a broker of some kind.
Yeah. But she assumes her identity. I guess like Ethan was supposed to be the guy that's usually with her, but the mask machine broke. Maybe because of the AI, who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah. There is that part with like the CIA setting up a like control room that's like 100% analog with like a bunch of old like tube TVs and stuff.
They had that giant room filled with people just typing shit out on typewriters.
Yeah.
Just to like log shit or something.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. It's like, oh snap.
Like they're terrified of what might happen.
Yeah. It's like AI can't steal paper.
Unless we're in the Terminator future.
I guess so. But, you know, she's assuming the identity of the White Widow, does like a deal for like the MacGuffin of this movie is the key that nobody knows exactly what the key opens until the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When, what's his name from Princess Bride explains it.
Oh, yeah, I guess he does, huh?
Yeah, he does.
And then gets murdered.
I don't know. He might only be mostly dead.
Guess that's true.
That was a joke, Chris.
Okay.
He got his throat slit.
I know.
He's definitely dead.
Okay.
He's very dead.
Yeah. Just takes off a mask and then he's fine.
Yeah, he's somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's Hawkeye.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, making the deal, and like she is caught pretty much wearing like, I can't remember, she's wearing, no, she took off the mask and she's about to get killed by the henchman, and then Tom Cruise comes in through the window and just like kicks the one guy. It's like so ridiculous.
He said he'd get there.
Yeah, he's just like, see, I told you I'd be here.
He's so disoriented though. He's like,
Yeah.
Are you okay?
The best part too is he's super disoriented. The other guy's still standing there, and then the parachute like gets caught, and he just like slams into the other guy. So good. Just like got him.
It's like, plan that. I definitely planned that.
He's like, that's why I'm the greatest spy in the world.
Dumb luck.
Yeah.
The one thing the AI can't predict.
Yeah.
Dumb, stupid, clueless luck.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, surely nobody would be crazy enough to, oh my God, he's doing it.
Yeah, it's like, did I calculate for this?
Yeah. It's interesting because, like, you know, it very much is like kind of like a part, it's not kind of, it is part one.
Yeah,
Like-
this is a 2-part grand finale. That's the style of some of these things.
Yeah.
2-part grand finale for Harry Potter. 2-part grand finale for Marvel before they ruined it. 2-part grand finale for Hunger Games. 2-part grand finale for the Divergent. Oh, wait, never mind.
Yeah. Forgot Twilight.
I wasn't going to mess. I was bringing up Twilight. But yeah, 2-part finale.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm sure that, has there been others? Probably.
Sure.
Maze Boys? I don't know.
Maze Boys. Those Maze Boys. Those rascals. Yeah, who knows? But yeah, you know, it's interesting because, like, you know, the key is to, I guess, the Russian submarine at the beginning of the movie, where I guess the AI's base program is somehow, because it transferred itself there.
I guess, because we find out it was put in there to fuck with the Russians.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, you think you're invisible, but we can see you. But
Yeah.
the AI had other ideas, made them think that they were getting attacked, and then it's like, haha, sucker, you just blew yourself up.
Which is kind of like, why did it do that? Just because it could.
Pretty much, I don't know, it's crazy evil AI, I don't know.
Yeah.
The AI seems to think that only Tom Cruise can stop it. It's basically calculated like the only person crazy enough to be able to stop me is this son of a bitch right here.
Man. Could you imagine a Mission Impossible 8, Tom Cruise, like Ethan Hunt takes off a mask and he's just a robot the entire time?
Well, I remember, because like, you know, I hadn't watched this movie, but I had seen the trailers for the new one, and I'm not sure what's going on. It might be something completely different, but it looked like Tom Cruise is putting on a VR helmet. I'm like, yo, is he going into cyberspace to fight this son of a bitch?
Cyberspace.
Like,
Cyber war.
Are we going over the top? Are we jumping the shark?
He's gonna have a Tron suit on, and they're gonna have like the cycles, and they're just be like, "That's right, Disney. We're gonna show you how to do this the right way, even though you invented it. But we're gonna show you how to do it."
We're gonna kneecap Tron Ares right out the gate.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like the Matrix.
It might just be Tom Cruise getting loaded into something with an oxygen mask. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it honestly looked like he was getting put into something.
Man,
I don't know. I don't know.
Lawrence Fishburne is back, except he's like Morpheus now.
Oh my God. This is how you work everybody back in.
Yeah.
He shows up as not Morbius or Morpheus, whatever.
Yeah,
Fucking Morpheus. Fuck.
it's just like in the dojo from like the Matrix. Tom Cruise is like, "I know kung fu, but I already did." Like,
Oh man. When he faces off against the AI, who should the AI take the form of?
Keanu Reeves.
No, she take the form of someone from these movies.
Oh, okay. It should be the one guy from like Rogue Nation.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or, if you want to get silly about it, Emilio Estevez with one eye.
Oh, man.
He's the AI.
It'd be weird.
I don't know.
It's Rebecca Ferguson, because she died in this movie.
Yeah, try to get into his head.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's the thing with, like, Ethan Hunt, too, where he's, like, very willing to, like, kill people, but, like, you know, the one, like, assassin girl, he's just, like, not really willing to kill, like, women, I guess. Because, like, he has that scene where, like, that assassin girl is, like, about to, like, kill him. He gets the upper hand. He has, like, the pipe. And I guess, like, he's just like, I'm not going to, like, bash your head in, but, like, I'm just going to, like, bash the pipe above your head to be like, I could have killed you, sucker.
He's not really a guy to kill in cold blood in general.
Yeah. I guess most of the time he kills, like, people if, like, there's really no choice.
Yeah.
Like, or it just kind of, like, happens, like, when you kick a guy out of a helicopter in number 6.
Yeah, he's trying to do a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, I have the upper hand, I'm beating you within an inch of your life, I'm going to bash your skull in. He's not that guy. He's I'm running and you're in my way, I'll shoot you.
Yeah. I do wonder if that character is going to live and be in the next one, because it's like...
It feels like they set it up to be that.
Yeah, because it's like ambiguous. It's like, because she kind of like saved him at the end, even though Gabriel's like, you're going to betray me and you're going to save Ethan because he saved you. And I'm like, is that part of their plan? Is she actually a double agent?
Did they just cause it to happen? Is
Yeah.
Is this a causality thing?
Yeah, but he did stab her too, so...
Yeah, but the whatever guy, found a pulse, so she's technically still alive, unless we see her, from those two guys that are chasing Ethan Hunt the whole movie.
Yeah, and, Ethan gets the key at the end, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also, I guess, like, Luthen is also going to do something to, like...
He's checking
kill
their...
the AI,
well, he's
AI
checking
or
he's checking their equipment, but he's got to check it somewhere completely off the grid so that the thing can't find him.
Yeah.
To see if there's any piece of it in any of their equipment.
Yeah.
And if they could trace it, maybe they could trace the source code. Maybe they could figure out a way to destroy it.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like a Brainiac situation where if there's one piece left, it still lives.
Replicates.
I did like the visual in that nightclub scene where Tom Cruise realizes that the entity is watching them, and it just looks like a giant eyeball.
Yeah. It's kind of cool, I do like that they refer to it as the entity and not like the AI.
Yeah, the AI would sound... I think they realized that doesn't sound cool.
Yeah.
You need to call it something.
It sounds more ominous, like the entity. It's like, what is it? It's just like, we don't know.
It's alive.
It's beyond comprehension.
It's Brainiac.
Yeah. I don't know. The AI or the entity is just like, do you know how much stupid shit is on the internet? Please help me die. that's like the end of like Mission Impossible.
Like the beginning is like that scene in Age of Ultron where Ultron's on the internet for 5 seconds. And it's like, yeah, humans gotta go.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to see anything anymore. He's like, please end it. Like, gets really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Probably be more like humans don't deserve to live. And he's just like, I'll show you AI, and then he goes into cyberspace and they have a cyber battle.
I mean, it definitely feels like Tom Cruise is gonna at least have a conversation with this thing.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. On the heels now, just watch Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Final Reckoning is literally soon.
Basically out.
Yeah.
But
by the time this video comes out. So
it's fun having a movie end on a cliffhanger and being like, oh man, I gotta wait for the next one. How long do I have to wait? Oh, like a week?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's just like, yeah. It's funny though, because the movie did come out in 2023, so it was only a 2-year wait, which I don't know why. I was like under the impression this movie came out in like 2021, but then again, I'm like, no. When you said they delayed it and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, because they spent a lot of money on this movie.
Yeah, which is probably why it did have a little bit of a struggle at the box office because of the inflated budget and because it came out a week before Barbie and Oppenheimer. Basically, you got kneecapped at the box office because of that.
Yeah, and who knows what Final Reckoning will do, because it's going up against Lilo and Stitch.
I feel like those are two different audiences.
I guess that's true.
Family movie, general action adventure, leans a little older.
I guess it could be like another Barbenheimer situation.
No, because I don't know if there'll be as much overlap.
I don't know. They both look pretty good.
I will only see one of them.
Lilo and Mission Impossible, or Mission Impossible and Stitch. I don't know. Doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It's not as good.
That's never. Look, it's never happening again. It was a fluke.
It was a fluke.
It's just that was. It'll never happen again.
Final Reckoning.
They keep trying to
Stitch.
They keep trying to force like these like fake nicknames. It's like no, you don't understand. It started as like a joke, and then it became a thing, and then you can't replicate that.
No, it's just like too organic, too perfect. But I look forward to seeing the finale of Mission Impossible and seeing if Ethan Hunt will actually die. So I'm like, how do they end this franchise? Does he die? Does he live? And he's just like, I'm in charge now.
Does he decide like, all right, well, Grace, you're the last girl standing, so I guess you're mine.
Oh, man.
Well, everyone else is either dead or remarried.
It's true.
Maybe we'll find out a little bit more about that backstory with the Marie girl that was killed by Deathstroke from Titans.
That is so weird. Like, I did not watch Titans really at all beyond that, like, first season. I'm like, oh, yeah, Deathstroke.
Yeah.
He was in that show. He was no Manu Bennett.
He was pretty good, though.
Okay.
Yeah, that show's got its problems, but that guy played Deathstroke pretty good.
All right.
I think I still like Manu Bennett better, but I think this guy did good, too.
Yeah.
Also, fair is fair. I think he had a slightly better suit.
Okay.
His mask was a little cooler.
Makes sense. His later iteration of that character worked out some of the kinks.
I suppose.
Costume-wise.
Fair is fair. For all its faults, costumes weren't for that show. They had pretty solid costumes.
That would be pretty funny if that guy just shows up as Deathstroke in Part 8.
I'm not going to lie. There's part of me like, lose an eye, lose an eye, lose an eye.
Oh, man.
I just wanted it to happen.
He's like legally different. Like his mask is like black and white.
Yeah, he doesn't wear a mask or
something.
anything. He just has the eye patch. And I'm just like, yes.
That'd be pretty good.
Just like pretending in my brain, this is Deathstroke. He's just on a job. This is Deathstroke. He's just on a job.
Yeah. But go see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So you can see Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
And then Resurrection.
Oh, God. Mission Impossible New Briefing. Mission Impossible Resurgence.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Begins Again.
Oh, man. Rebirth.
I don't even know who could take over the franchise.
Yeah, I don't know. John Boyega. He could use some work.
I don't know. I'm sure they might rest it for a minute.
They should.
Yeah.
It's been going on for a while. But I guess that's the Out of Touch podcast for today. Go watch Mission Impossible.
I look forward to the fact that I don't have to wait.
Of course.